Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. This is Straight Facts Commentary where I give you my unpopular opinions in everything pop culture. So please stick around and subscribe for more. Hey y'all, I am back again with another video, and in today's video, you see the title, we are going to be speaking about Halsey. She recently came back into the music industry after being sick, and she released a new song, so we're going to talk about it. There's a lot of drama going on with her and her fans, so if you're interested in her, female rap, pop, conspiracy theories, trending topics, my unpopular opinions, whatever I feel like getting into for real, go on ahead and subscribe, and let's get into this video. So if you're clicking onto this video, obviously you know who Halsey is. I haven't listened to her recently. I'll listen to her when she comes onto the radio and different things like that, but I haven't been actively listening to Halsey. And also, I had no idea where she was all of this time, but she recently came back and she's been releasing music. Well, come to find out, the reason that she's been gone in the first place is because she's been extremely sick. Now, I'm going to attempt to read the second illness that she does have. The first one is lupus, and the second one I have here. Upon Halsey's return to the music industry, she informed her fans that she has lupus and a rare T cell lymphoproliferative disorder. And upon Halsey's return to the music industry, she basically is being very candid with her fans and explaining, like, hey, I've been gone. I've been extremely sick. I almost lost my life. She went on to Instagram and put up very beautiful videos of her basically documenting her story, documenting all the changes that she's been going through, just lengthy posts on Tumblr and Instagram explaining how terrible that her experience has been and how sad she's been and how she was just wanting to get back into doing music again and coming back to her fans and getting back to her art, putting out the things that she loves. So a lot of this drama with Halsey and the fans is coming off of a song that she released called Lucky. And apparently, basically, a lot of people didn't like the song or didn't like directionally where Halsey was going with it. And so apparently there was a lot of criticism on her Tumblr and on Twitter of people bashing the song and saying how terrible it was and just commenting on, oh my gosh, this is trash, I don't like it, Halsey, she doesn't fit into the popscape that we're in now, and just all this criticism. And mind you, this is just off of the backs of her coming in, pouring her heart out to her fans, having like this video documentary, which I don't want to put in here because it could be copywritten, the material, but just her showcasing and documenting all of the things that she's been through. And she put that this song was about her struggle during that time. And it's called Lucky because it's representing that she's lucky to be alive because of everything that's happened to her. So, with that being said, I feel like the criticism, while it's totally justified, if you want to like give your criticism of music, hello, on this channel, I do that all the time. But giving the context, even if you didn't like the song that much, I think that it would get a little bit more respect given where she's come from, what she's been through. Even if you don't love the song that much, you could still be like, oh, okay, I don't really care for it that much, but I'm glad Halsey's back. I respect her. I respect everything she's been through. I'm glad she's okay. I'm glad she's out of, she's in a place where she's feeling a lot better and she wants to continue making music. But apparently, basically, despite everything Halsey has been through, she wasn't met with that type of empathy or care or respect or love from her fans. She was met with more criticism than anything, and people were just bashing her and saying how terrible her song was and how terrible she was. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. I mean, I get not liking a song, but to not have a level of empathy for someone who was sick and almost died, and this is supposed to be someone you're a fan of, is kind of crazy. And if you don't like their music, that's one thing. I have a lot of artists I listen to that I don't like every single drop, but to like bash them is crazy. And then Halsey kind of called it out because she was like, okay, half of you guys are on Twitter or on Tumblr giving me dissertations about how you didn't like the song, but I posted it on YouTube and you guys barely watched it, which is so true. Like if you go to YouTube and search, this song, there's no view, there's barely any views for the song. People really didn't even go and listen to it like that. Which I will say, honestly, I didn't care for the song that much either. I wasn't in love with the song when I heard it, but I wouldn't go out of my way to be like, oh my gosh, this is terrible and da 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 da, and go in on her super hard given everything that she's been through and also given the context of which the song was written. You would think you would have a little bit more respect for the song and for her, even if you didn't like it. You know what I mean? Halsey reveals that she regrets returning to the music after battling health issues amid criticism from fans. Thousands of people told me I saved their life, and then I returned to those same people only to hear that they don't care that I almost lost mine. Halsey. My own fans are hands down meaner to me than any other people on the planet. Not speaking for all of you, of course, but it used to just be a minority that were awful to me, and now it seems like a majority have only stuck around to chime in occasionally with their opinion of how much they hate me or how awful I am, especially after years of hiding from the interactions for fear that this exact thing would happen. I don't know, man. I almost lost my life. I am not going to do anything that doesn't make me happy anymore. I cannot spiritually afford it. So that is what Halsey had to say in regards to the reception to, her new era, her aesthetic, her sound, and just people not caring for it and people kind of being insensitive. It's one thing to not care for something, but to be insensitive is another thing. And I can imagine how she feels after dealing with all that. You would think that coming back to your fans and coming back to music is going to be a safe, warm, comforting space. I mean, yeah, there is going to be the general public and people who don't care for what you're doing, but you would think your core fan base, you know what I'm saying? Like the people who are supposed to support you and love you for majority of what you do and just be there to comfort you, especially after a health scare. I can't imagine coming back to that place that I thought was a safe space for the most part and being met with the cold shoulder. That would make me not want to do music either. That would make me want to say, well, screw it. Like, I'm trying to come back. I'm trying to get my footing again. And you guys aren't even like giving me any grace, any patience, anything. Some comments read, people always forget celebrities are just human beings, just like the rest of us. Don't come in these comments acting like y'all didn't make fun of them their whole career. I know who you are and I know where you live. I'm in your walls. She deserves so much better. Give her an effing break, man. The song isn't even bad. Okay, here's the thing. The new song sounds like trash. We were expecting more from our iconic alt pop queen. Doesn't mean I'm not streaming the F out of her old stuff. We just don't vibe with the new song, and the new song doesn't match the vibe of the ish she's been posting. This makes me so sad. I've always loved her and her music. I wish she took more time to herself to heal and to spend with her loved ones. Did we all not read the same post? It's not simply about the criticism about her new music, it's about the vile things people were saying about her as a person. I don't care. Not even the biggest fan of her music, but that just gave me an ache I didn't know I had. As someone who has never really listened to pop, she's the one artist I keep coming back to. Her vulnerability and passion are honestly unmatched. It's so upsetting to see all the hate she's getting. This song was such a good sample of Britney's Lucky with her own story behind it. Halsey deserves better. Those people aren't real fans. Listen, there is definitely a way to talk about the things you've been through without making it your entire personality. Oh wow. What did Halsey even do? Does she even deserve the level of criticism? It's because the new song is not good. It's not because of her almost losing her life. It sounds like every other generic pop song. Nothing sets it apart. Like, I feel like that's valid criticism or whatever. Like, if there isn't nothing interesting about the song, that's fine. But I think it's just the context of which the song was written and everything she's been through that maybe she just wanted a little bit more grace. I don't know. And I'm an empath, so damn people hating on Halsey now. The F is going on. Halsey doesn't deserve this. And people are still criticizing her in these comments. Just because you almost died doesn't mean you're exempt of criticism. Good God, we have hit a new low as a society. Halsey actually deserves everything and anything for real. What she went through is sad. However, just because you almost died doesn't mean you're exempt from criticism. If she's gonna play on this cancer thing every time she faces criticism, she's right. She shouldn't have returned to music. Ooh, that's an interesting take. I just think it depends on the way you go about it. I'm not saying that you can't critique because I literally critique, but it must have been in a way that was triggering or just certain things that were said to her. I'm not exactly sure. Halsey, we love you. Okay, so that is what some people had to say. That is what Halsey's been saying. And, it's really sad. I hope she ends up feeling better. I hope that she gets her fire back. I know she's probably feeling like, dang, I'm trying to do my thing and it's not working, and people are upset with me, and people aren't interested in the music. And she's probably feeling like extremely low, I can imagine. But you guys let me know what you think. Do you feel like, nobody really did anything wrong? Or, if you don't like the music, you don't like it? I just think there's a way you can go about it. I think there's a way that you can give criticism that's respectful, tactful, and kind, while still expressing that maybe you don't really like it that much, or giving little pointers or different things that they can do to improve without making the person feel like crap. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a way you can go about it. By being callous and cold and harsh and brash isn't really going to get across to people? But anyway, that's it for this one, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.